Greetings and welcome back to another episode of the Crime Family Chronicles. Well, today I'm going to continue on with talking about abuse that's going on in that circus cult that the circus cult leader, commander-in-chief, Shitty One, supposed to be leading the head of. But I'm going to talk about it before I go really into some more abuse that's actually going on. I got more information about abuse in there, and I'm not laughing about it's not. But I'm not laughing about the abuse part. But what I'm laughing about is I keep getting more and more and more information on this nigga that's standing up there letting everything go on up in there. Okay, so I do want to go ahead and say this, that about that little boy who's violated. I'm gonna keep on riding on that, who been sexually violated because he got a child sex ring going on in there. And I talked about how it is. Okay, knew about the teenagers and everything. The only reason why he beat down his own Lieutenant Dummy sons who was in there when they were teenagers having sex and everything, he was over there at that funeral home, is because he had the title of elder. Okay, and inside that Bible, what they call it, an elder's supposed to what? Have what? Good rule over their home? Ain't supposed to have, not supposed to have any unruly children, not and not an unruly wife either. Talking reckless behavior, sexual immorality. Yeah, that was all going on. That's why he beat them down. And see, he's looked out when we had that meeting, when he had to come out with it, when he had to come out with that information about them teenagers over there having sex. And it was all three of his, because his daughter, her mammy, second in command, Shitty too, she took care of her, whooping on her. And he made sure to say that. But yeah, the reason why he sat here and he was so upset with them and almost killed them back there in his office. Yeah, we heard about it, because some of them other parents whose teenagers was out there having sex too, they was back there too, and he got upset with one because the father wouldn't, quote unquote, beat on his son the way how that nigga, the circus cult leader, was beating on his. Yeah, sure did. So, y'all know about it. Like I said, all this could be verified. Folks know about this. The ones sitting in there, and a lot of us is gone. Yeah, they was there at that time, at that funeral home, when all that stuff came out. But the only reason why he sat here and was going off like that is because he was carrying that title elder, and he just see, and see, the whole thing about it is, he could have been put out or sat down from that, because he didn't no longer meet the qualifications of an elder. See, and that's why now he don't even carry that title. He talking about raha, that damn Scooby-Doo, where's Shaggy? Yabba dabba doo damn language up in there. Raha, me pastor. Yeah, he no longer carry that title of elder. No, he doesn't. No. But see, he no longer met the qualifications. That's why he went off like that. And I know some of them brothers and sisters who was in there at that time, I know they sit up here and they were like, wait a minute, he's disqualified. But see, of course, nobody gonna stand up to him. And I get that. Again, because he invokes fear. He got that much control, but he invokes fear in the people who are sitting in there and everything. So I just want to go ahead and get that one out the way. But about that little boy with that sexual violation that happened to him with that teenage boy, and when I say that teenage boy, he's a homosexual, I'm not homophobic. That's, again, that nigga who's standing up there That circus cut leader. Yeah, shitty one. Commander-in-chief. Yeah, because he know what's going on within him, number one. Why he said, you like, boy, you sissy. Remember you say that all the time. But see, and like how I said, he see himself in that teenage boy. The reason why I'm talking about that is because that teenage boy, it was inappropriate. It doesn't matter if he liked girls and he did that to a little girl. It doesn't matter if he did that to a teenage girl. It's inappropriate. He pushed himself off on him, and then also where it occurred. It occurred right in there. He needs counseling too. He's a child as well. He's a minor as well. As well as that little boy who got violated. See, for real, I'm an advocate for children, period. Period. Because where he learned that behavior, like it's okay. And then y'all sitting there, not only, of course, who has the most responsibility. And I done already said, I'm keep on saying it. Shitty one got the most responsibility up in there to report it. Why didn't he counsel them? Because he doesn't give a fuck. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on out there. And if you don't like profanity, you can go ahead and click off my channel. Because you're going to hear it out of my mouth. I'm grown. I'm a grown woman. And don't nobody rule over me. Nobody. Sure don't. No, that's not how it work in my household. No. Come together agreement. Cooperate together. Now, no ruling over. I don't rule over anybody. Nobody rule over me. For real. So, I'm going to go ahead and get on out the way. But there are other grown folks sitting right in there. Why didn't anybody report that? Why didn't anybody report that up in there when it happened? Why didn't anybody report the defects? They coming though. It's been reported. They coming. That's why last night he had a little meeting after service. Sure did. I didn't watch standing up there with his Mitch Mac clothes because his mind fucked up. Mental fucked up. Because he been notified. Yeah. Like I said, I'm laughing because I know what's coming. Oh, it's crashing down. And I got some more information about what else is coming too. For real. I'm on it. You hear me? And there's some other ones who's on it too. Yeah, they right along. They very supportive of everything. We gonna get your ass, nigga. We sure are. It ain't about putting any hands on anybody. Ain't gonna be no doggone no violence involved at all. Cause this right here, it's a spiritual warfare above anything. See, but see you with you nigga, you gotta get you through the law. See. Yeah, and with them 3 and 4 letter folks, all them agencies, yeah, the Secretary of State of Georgia, yeah, it been notified too. Yeah, I forgot to talk about that on my first video when I was somewhere saying about them 3 and 4 letter folks that they not 3 and 4 letter folk. But yeah, it's the government down there, the state of Georgia government. Yeah, yeah, they have to be notified too. When talking about for a tax exempt organization, because you got to register that, okay? Yeah, sure enough, you put in that complaint, that 13909 form on the IRS. Yeah. Yeah. But like I was saying though, nobody reported it. You can report that anonymously. Why didn't any of them grown folks sitting in there report that? And again, mainly him. Again, I'm going to go back to it. He is a mandated reporter, and he knows this. He knows this as being a religious leader. That title is actually on the list. For some of y'all who went to that and seen the list who's on there, they got nurses, they have EMT, paramedic workers. It's a whole long list. of positions. If someone working in those positions, they are a mandated reporter for abuse. And again, this is abuse, any physical, it could be financial abuse, especially when you're talking about for the elderly. A lot of them have that going on, financial abuse, where somebody's actually taking care of them and they not getting their needs met, but they taking a check, like they Social Security check, retirement pension check, stuff like that. But also physical, sexual, and it's for children, elderly, and the disabled. For real. But no one else in there reported it. Y'all sitting in there, get talked about like dogs. Y'all don't give a fuck about each other up in there. Please. You don't even give a fuck about yourself. When you don't care about yourself, how you gonna care about somebody else? Keeping it real. He don't care about y'all. And I already said that crime family don't either. They use y'all. I already went through it. I already talked about that. Yeah. Shitty too? Yeah. She don't care. Oh God, she can't stand y'all. she can't stand y'all. She love that money though that's coming in through there. Low self-esteem. He got low self-esteem too, standing up there. Anytime you got to sit here and come down, berate, belittle, degrade folks, trying to make himself feel better and all that or whatever. Nah. He got low self-esteem. He know he the one who's stupid, dumb, retarded, inept, incompetent, incorrigible. That's him. He use all them words talking about people like that. He's projecting. He's projecting really how he is on the inside on everybody else in there. See what I'm saying? And he even got up there, and I remember back in 2019 when he got on us, who already gone. We were gone. Wasn't nobody making videos. Wasn't nobody contacting him. None of that. He sat up here and seen some of us actually, we had met up and everything, seen us going on, living our lives and everything. He gonna get up there and go off, start blasting on video now. And I think they did a dirty delete and they took that one down when he had that lawsuit against that brother with that barbershop and the brother won. He sued the brother and the brother won because the damn fool represented himself. Yeah. I think they did a dirty delete, took it down. Either one had deleted or probably put it on private on YouTube. Yeah, he sure did. Well, calling out our names, everything. Folks been gone. Ain't been sitting up here contacting him, no videos or anything. Because that's how he is. And he does that in there for them who's sitting in there, them silly members who's still sitting in there. And vote for, I better not do anything. He'll get up here and do the same thing to me. No, I better stay in this bubble. But anyhow, getting on back to this abuse, yeah. So I want to go ahead and make that clear. I don't have a problem with anybody who's homosexual. I don't have a problem with that. That's him. That's that service code leader who got a problem with that. Why I was saying that was because he forced himself on this little boy. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate where it happened, how it happened, the age different, all that. That teenage boy, 4 to 6 years older than this little boy. And he tried it again on 2 other teenage boys. They was able to get away from him because they was older, of course. Yeah. His own parents, yeah. And I'll go ahead and get on that. His own parents, yeah. But they from out of state, yeah. And I remember when nigga didn't take them in when they first came up there, because it was towards the end of me getting out of there when they came up there. Came up there in 2015. It was during one of the One Funky Feasts. What's the one? Unleavened bread, whatever the shit they call when you sit up here and eat that damn cracker and got that damn juice passing around. Hell, may as well go ahead and bring some damn cheese up in there, some wine, actually the bottles. Bring your own bottle. BYOB. You got everything else going on up in there. Don't stand her. Anyway, but yeah, I remember when they came up. Sure did visit it. Had another, he wasn't a brother, he was a visitor or whatever, and he had a meeting with us members in that sanctuary. It was after one of the days of the feast, after service or whatever, and he said, I'm not gonna take them because they had 5. They had 5 children, and he seen how they was simple, and he said it. He said, "Oh, I seen they busy back there tearing up stuff. No, I'm not gonna take them." That's exactly what he said. Some of y'all sitting in there, y'all remember that, and one's gone that was in there during that time, right in that raggedy ass dump of a building. It was in 2015. What, March? We have that March, April. When we used to have that funky feast, feast of unleavened bread with that cracker and that juice. Yeah, And then he stopped sitting up there and having 1 cup. Or, 1 cup communion. And started pouring in multiple cups. What happened to all that? Ain't that against what's in that Bible? Ain't that what that's 1 cup communion. I remember everybody was up there drink out of it, and he'd take the last drink of it, standing up there. Yeah. A lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, like I said, I'm an old timer. And there's old timers who was in there, like I said, coming there 07, 08, 09, 2010, and been there for years, and then left out, or some who's still sitting there. We remember all that. New members who's sitting in there, silly members, or either ones who went ahead and gone, left, that, because he was doing the multiple cups. But sure did. He stopped taking that drink because he know what he got, and create more health problems. But on with that abuse. But I just want to go ahead and touch on that or whatever, because I know some people listen and be like, oh yeah, why she bringing up homosexuality? Yeah, I just want to put it out there. Yeah, or whatever. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with someone's sexual orientation. But moving on to more abuse that's going on. Yeah. So again, apple don't fall too far from the tree. Lieutenant Dummy's son number 2, the youngest one, because I'll go ahead and make that distinction. The Lieutenant Dummy's son number 1, that's the oldest. That's the single one, the one who got the one bastard child, and drummer boy. And then we got Lieutenant Dummy's son number 2, who's married. He in there beating on his wife. Yeah, his wife. Yeah, the one. Yeah, I know who his mammy is. Who her mammy is. The one, usher. He sat down because she was having sex with the other usher that he sat down. Yeah, her beating on her, whooping on her. They take it on there on Instagram, on Facebook, smiling like they such a happy family. And he whooping on her. He whooping that ass. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you how the universe works. Let me tell you how divine spirit works. And it's not funny what she going through. Because no type of abuse, I don't laugh about that at all. But I'm going to tell you something, how the universe, how divine spirit works. She sat there and she, forgetting a laptop and a car from that circus cult leader, that nigga bum, commander-in-chief of the clowns, shitty number 1, yeah, she sat here and she went along with those allegations that nigga, that circus cult leader, put on her adopted father. He adopted them. That was her daddy. Shoot, I mean, for real. He met her mother when they was young. Her and her brother. Cause like I said, and this is the usher who's in there. Her mama, the one he had to sit down because of sexual immorality with another usher that he sat down. Yeah, he met that man, that brother. That brother met her, when they were young, they were little, and he adopted them. Sure did. So that's your daddy. He sat up here and raised you. She sat there and went along with those sexual allegations of sexual abuse, child molestation on her. That her daddy did that, and that man did not do that at all. And the reason why she went along with it is because that circus cult leader told her that he'll go ahead and get her laptop and a car, and he did do that. Like I said, his wife at the time, her mammy, she knew that her husband wasn't like that. She knew that about him. Matter of fact, she even told the sister who no longer in there, the one he set up and say is faking about the medical conditions. She even told her that I don't think that's true. She said, I know it's not true. She said, I know it's not true. She said, no, yeah, sure did, but she went on right along with it. But see, look at what you in now. And I'm going over on this video. Yeah, because I just said, well, you can stop, and whoever's, when you're watching it, you can stop it or whatever, be doing other things, come back to it or whatever. Unlike when you sitting in there, you got to sit in there 3-4 hours, listen to him. Then on the Saturday, he started having them to stay in, like stay in that bubble. Couldn't even, go home, relax or anything, sitting up out there in that doggone dining hall, in that raggedy ass dump of a building. All day, all night, for real. For real. Folks know what I'm saying, it's still going on now. Folks know what I'm saying is true. But anyhow, yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. And I'm going to tell you, you getting your ass whooped because you sat there and you did that. That's I look at that as somebody putting out against any type of sexual violations and it's being their lies. That's the worst thing you can do to somebody. I said it's too many members who left out of there with their mind thinking this man did that. Really thinking this man sat up here and did that as a child predator. He did it to the other brother, the musician. I already talked about him. No, he's standing up there. He the predator. He the predator. He the predator on the grown-ups and on them children. When I say that, it's preying off your time, your money, your energy. All that. And he put that off on him. Yeah, hooping on her. Sure is. Sure is. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something too. Like I said, they was sitting up there and they was having sex before and I already went through all that. When he was a teenager, they was teenagers that was in high school, leaving out and everything, the ones out there on the parking lot and everything, when we was over there at funeral home, leaving out of his parents' home in the taxi cab, going over there, laying up and everything, sneaking in and everything to her parents' home. Yeah, laying up with her. He see you as a whore. He see you as a whore. I'm just going to put it on out there. That's why he hook up on you. He know you sat there and you took that money. When I say money, I'm talking about them material possessions. That laptop and that car, he knew you went along with it. You don't think that his daddy didn't talk to him? Huh? Shitty one. You don't think that he didn't sit here and he didn't? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, young lady, the one who's married to Lieutenant Dummy, son number 2. That's who I'm talking to. Sure am. You don't think that he didn't talk to him? Shitty one, Commander-in-Chief, the circus co-leader, didn't talk to him, to his son, Lieutenant Dummy's son number 2, and tell him all that? You don't think that? And he didn't sit up there and know all about what y'all was doing. He knew it, of course, because it came out. Like I said, got whores all around, and they look at you as a whore. That's what he looks at you as. And also circus co-leader. Look at you as a whore? Yeah. Sure enough. And again, apple don't fall too far from the tree. I already talked about that. Got whores all around. What? Sickening. And then he sit there and run his mouth. Y'all allow for him, you silly members who still sitting in there. Yeah, I know these videos and got back to him. I'm waiting for him to sit up there and say something. He didn't say nothing on that camera. Go ahead. I'm still waiting on that. You do it. Again. You do it. And you see what happens. I already, like I said, 3-4 letter folks coming. Even more. Even more. Even more. Okay? I'm not even playing. I'm not even playing. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this video because I'm coming back. And I'm coming back to talk about what some other stuff that's coming up with 3 and 4 letter folks. Yeah, you're not getting out of that. And talk about how, I see you up there with that mismatched outfit on. You know you never come up in there looking like that. Like the one said when we were sitting up here. We were separate messaging. Ooh, she said, he looked like he about to cut grass. Never walked up in there like that. Mine fucked up. Because you know what's coming. You've been notified by one of them. You've been notified by one of them 3-4 letter folks. Sure enough. But look, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. And I will be back with another video. And until that time, I'm signing out.